Not sure why that's pointing. I hope it's in the right place. Same this one here. Oh man, I can just sniff that. Yeah. Alright, that one there on. Oh well, so indeed, as ye sow, so shall you reap. Where is my vocal? Where is the vocal? Okay. Well, I'll do my best, but I have virtually no fingers left, I'm afraid. It's been a long time since I've tried to play the guitar. But the events of the last 48 hours, I needed to dedicate this to the family court judges who allow children to be abused, police forces that say, well, we missed it, social workers that say, we've seen nothing to give us cause for concern, and parents who abuse their children. This song is for and about you. There's something in your soul that makes even the devil shudder. There's venom and there's vitriol in every syllable you utter. I don't know why you wake up, let alone how you sleep. Remember this though, as ye sow, so shall ye reap. You revel in putrescence and slake your thirst in innocent tears. Your unholy essence has shadow-drenched their years, but I will pull them free from you, and safe I shall them keep, and know that as ye sow, so shall ye reap. What puce pleasure do you get inflicting pain on all you view? Salome herself would balk at all the twisted things you do. You gloat with arcane eyes as you make my children weep. But always know that as ye sow, so shall ye reap. When blind justice should finally come calling, that can balance up the scales. On that day your bed will be unmade, and it will be your screams for mercy that will be to no avail. You'll not escape the pit you've dug. You've made its walls too steep. It's foretold that as ye sow, so shall ye reap. Every insult that you hurl, you gloat below to see them hit. Your skull and crossbone flag unfurled, your hatred hand blows that never quit. Do you think they will forgive you? That you won't know defeat? Naive fool as ye sow, so shall ye reap. Where can you escape to, that your infamy will not follow? When you land upon the stand, your excuses none shall swallow. Where you stood is where you'll end. The circle shall be complete. Hades hound as ye sow, so shall ye reap. You hear the helicopters flying overhead. Oh my goodness me, I just got a glimpse of what's left of my arm in the viewfinder there. It's difficult for me to make the cords now. My finger's the same size as my 11-year-old son's, you know. Constant itch. It's damn disease. Hey, you want to hear a story? Tell you a true story. Then, 2 years after the NHS struck me off, having misdiagnosed me and missed the fact that I had functional motor neurological disorder, and then refused to see the evidence of their own eyes as my body wasted away to nothing. You know. 10 days ago, the one and only charity. I've been let down by so many charities. You can't see this here, but 2 years ago the Red Cross were going to come round and help sort the house out, because that's a bit of a death trap, because my legs had started pegging out from underneath me then, and never knew when you were going to fall down. They never turned up. 3 times a referral has gone through them. Not one time. They don't want to know. If I was a pensioner robbing junkie, or a wife beater, or something like that, you know, or career criminal, you know, they wouldn't do enough for me, but because I'm a 62-year-old law-abiding ex-army veteran who's been struck down by an incurable neurological disease, they don't want to know. I could go on and on, but what's the point of giving you the full details? It's conducted in the arena of my songs. Anyway, 10 days ago, there's one charity, Hi Charlotte, an advocacy agency down in about 40, 50 miles, I guess, from where I live. They didn't really want to take me on. What happened was all the other charities that are supposed to help out people with my condition didn't want to know. They would want to know, but when they saw the paperwork and saw how I'd been misdiagnosed, and when it came to light I'd been misdiagnosed, that the NHS struck me off when no other GP would take me, nowhere, in a radius of about 60 miles. And this has gone on for years and years, and they all go, oh yeah, we'll take you. And then about 3 days later, they've contacted the other surgery and it's, or you're out of area, or our books are full, or and put the phone down. All lies, of course. Their fear is that if they start getting involved, then they are going to have to give me access to my medical records, and they're going to have to confirm that the other GP was negligent. Well, it's two GPs, and who is his backup? His wife. That's an unbiased jury, isn't it? Anyway, this lady, she's been trying for October last year, October, November, December, January, February. She's been trying 4 months to find a surgery to take me, battling against odds that she could not believe. She's a very soft-spoken, well-mannered lady, but at one point she called me just before Christmas, and she obviously spent an exasperating morning on the telephone just being fobbed off, told there's no room at the inn for him, And she went, "Oh, Paul, I've been trying this bloody country." And she resumed her composure and everything. That's why I'm not naming her, because... But she's right, And, anyway, she filled the form out for me the other day. And I'd left it a while just to see what would happen, because I've had my hopes raised up. And so this morning, because I've been so ill in the last week, twice I've fallen asleep thinking that's it, it's game over now, You can see it. I mean, I'm wearing a 15-year-old boy's shirt here. I mean, I was that 15-year-old boy, back up in the loft. So, anyway, I phoned them this morning. Oh yes, you're registered. Yes, that's no problem. Yes, we'll make you an appointment to see the GP. Okay, let's take some details. And I said, well, I've not had a GP for 2 years. Oh, why not? You can hear them clacking away on the system there, And I tried to shorten it down, not to scare them off. A nice lady, the receptionist and everything. And then it became, yes, we'll definitely get you an appointment. I'll shorten this down. So it went from, oh yes, lovely to have you registered at our practice. We'll definitely get you an appointment. Yes, no problem. I'll just take a few details and see what we've got, to. And then she's reading the notes there. And then it became, I better speak to one of my colleagues about this, but we will get back to you. So no one gets back to me. But because I've been dealing with the police intensively last night and this morning about matters related to in that song there, I really needed to be alive for about another week if at all possible. Because they need to see video footage and it needs to be sent to them, because enough is enough. These people say, well, we've seen nothing to give us cause for concern. And I said to the police last night and a different police officer this morning, if you're in England, you know what I'm talking about. 2 weeks ago, the police had to apologise to, I think it was 355 young girls in Rochdale, Preston, Lancashire, over a 15-year period, that were being abused, trafficked, hooked on stuff, and it's affected us, and all of them. Every one of their school teachers and social workers and police officers said, we've seen nothing to give us cause for concern. Yeah, those poor girls, their lives are ruined. Shh, it's the lyrics for it, and that's a sign from above. Is that you, John Lennon? And I'm going off sidetracking. Anyway, I call back again this afternoon. Oh yes, well, this is the receptionist, not me. And the receptionist says, we've tried to contact your old surgery and they're refusing to pass on your medical records. And I said, I'm sorry. So we can't make an appointment. I said, forgive my naivety, sorry for my naivety. I assume this day and age, once you've got my NHS number, that it was just all done a quick one. Yes, normally it is, she said, as non-committal as anything. So they've contacted other people. But I pointed out where I'm going with this is A, the corruption that is endemic in the NHS. They do not want to spill the beans on one of their own. Okay? And they're like the police and they're like the solicitors, you know. They would eat your children to save their pensions. But also, like I pointed out, I've not seen a GP for 2 years. So I'm calling you about my new complaints now. You know, I won't go into them because they're pretty graphic and they're pretty gruesome. In addition to my long-standing complaints, so I need to see an appointment about this that isn't on any medical record. Call back in about a week, she says. You know. I mean, that's all I've been hearing for 2 years, you know, passing, and I'll get a text message. But my pertinent point, and I think it is pertinent, is by that definition, this GP, or these GPs at this practice, they're walking down the street, and you're walking up the street, and you go, and you have a heart attack in front of them, and these GPs, as one, they'll go, oh, okay, well, we're just going to send away for your medical records, okay? Take about 2 to 3 weeks, and when we get them, we'll read through it and see if we can treat you. You know? Why do they need to get 2-year-old medical records to take a blood test to see how damaged my liver is now from the wrong medication they gave me? Did I tell you this before? I just give this is the NHS for a true story. Oh, it's not on this set of cue cards, it's on the previous ones. Go back and see some of my older videos and you can see my liver function tests and some of my medical reports flashed by on there. So after they put me on the wrong medication because they were treating the wrong condition, my liver, this is my liver by the way folks, it's not gut, there's nothing left of me, it's my liver that's exploded. That's why there's a big light over there that you can hear creaking because I'm bright yellow. And I swear this is true. In fact, you can go on to Rumble. If you're on Rumble, it's already there because I recorded the meeting with the I don't want to say bad words, but with a certain GP. And I said, well, because I changed practices and then I'd had to go back to this one because the other people didn't want to get involved in the negligence claim. And I said, well, I've been having a liver function test every week, I said, because my liver is damaged. I said, which has been attributed to being given the wrong medication at the wrong dose for a length of time that shouldn't have been done by you. Well, perhaps you should cut down on, well, we don't know. And they said, my suggestion is you cut down on the alcohol. And I said, well, I'm going to find that very difficult. I said, because I haven't touched alcohol in 40 years. Oh, you don't drink? No. I said, well, not at all. I said, no. 1984 I last touched, 1982 I last touched alcohol. That's apart from New Year's Eve 1999 when, you know, we all thought the computers were going to rise up and we'd be eaten by our microwaves in our sleep. Oh, we'll cut back on the fatty food, he said, it's a change of diet. I said, I've been a vegetarian since I'm 18. Don't take sugar, don't take salt. GPs, I can tell you what it stands for and it doesn't stand for general practitioner.